Hi, I'm Jeremy Payne, your host for today's show, and that was History. I'd like to take you on a stroll down sports history. Now, I know not every single person in the world is a sports fanatic, but just hang in tight with me because this story has a very interesting set of events and top scores. For me, every Friday night has become sort of a tradition that I go to the local football game. It's very entertaining to watch these kids play football, moreover to watch some of them progress on into college ball through walk-ons, scholarships, and whatnot. Well, the next day, Saturday, I enjoy watching my favorite college team, UGA, but anyways, I'd love to see them rack up points and play their opposition. Well, I could never imagine a game getting so out of hand that the team would score over 100 points, much less 200 or more. Most of the games that I've gone to in high school level and seen on TV, they've only scored around 50 to 60 points. And that's been when the team has just been dominating and had the better recruiting or the bigger team. Well, a team would score a total of 222 points, shutting out a team on October 7th of 1916. Well, here's how it happened. Georgia Tech Engineers, also known as the Yellow Jackets now, would face off against the school out of Lebanon, Tennessee, the Cumberland Bulldogs. Now, earlier that year, Georgia Tech had been crushed by them in baseball 22-0, which set up the heart of the coach, John Heisman, who was a baseball and football coach at the time, to want to go and defeat the Bulldogs and send everything that they had into this game on October 7th. Well, Cumberland had discontinued its football program before the season actually began, but they were, however, not allowed to cancel its game against Georgia Tech Engineers. If they didn't show up for the game in any form or fashion, they'd have to pay a fine of $3,000, which back then was a huge heap of money to lose. Well, in order to get past this hump, George E. Allen, the elected student manager, would put together a team of 14 to travel to Atlanta to represent Cumberland's football team. As I've already mentioned before, the score to this game was a total blowout of 222-0. And part of Coach John Heisman's reason for running up such high scores in this game was because of the ranking of teams back then was based on how many points they had scored. Now, it was not a true mark of success for the team, but it sets the most probable and the only reason that the team would go out and dominate these 14 some odd players that were sent down from Tennessee. So whether you're a sports fanatic or not, you have to admit that is a pretty amazing thing to see such top scores in a game, whether it be high school, college, or pro. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of That Was History. If you like the content, please hit the like button below, and I hope you'll share us with all your friends and family, because that's how we grow here at That Was History, is by you sharing our content that you like with them. If it wasn't for our audience, we wouldn't have a show, but I can tell you that we would do this because we love history and we have fun in making it. Also, hop on over to Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see you next time, guys.